Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Let It Die. So, things are looking a little differently around here. I didn't all of a sudden make amazing progress on my Let's Play account. I'm actually on my main account to record this one episode. This is going to be explaining the Funshots system and uncapping fighter system. Mostly comparing values from what it was before. For the uncapped weapons, explaining how you get Funshots, explaining the cost for uncapping fighters in Bloodnium and Defroids. So, let's have a look at the Funshots, shall we?
Oh, welcome back.
So, there you have it. The Funshots on my main account are substantially higher than on the Let's Play because I've created much more gear. I've researched and developed gear to a much higher level than my Let's Play account. So, the Funshots, you can see the little Funshot icon at the bottom right of the screen, and it indicates the increase to damage and increase to defense on your weapons and armor. So going over the icons from top left to bottom right, it starts off with the slash Funshots increase, pierce, blunt increase, the hats, chest and legs for the armor. So how do you increase Funshots? If you want to have more damage with slashing weapons, you have to upgrade slashing weapons. You'll get slash Funshot increases for upgrading slashing type weapons, piercing, blunts, etc. I've gone over the damage types a couple of times during this Let's Play. It's very easy to remember. If the weapon looks like it's like a hammer, blunt, then it probably is blunt. If it looks like it can cut things, it's probably slashing. If it looks like it's got ranged damage, it's probably piercing. But you can confirm while you're going over the items. In the middle of the little rectangle window showing off the individual items here, you've got a bar indicating its damage type. The sword here, the Battle Machete E, has split damage type, fire and slashing. So the icon next to the damage type bar is what damage type the weapon is. And this one is slashing, hold on. Yeah, there we go. Got the wrong kind of sword in. Okay, slashing, another slashing plus poison, piercing, blunt, piercing, slashing, piercing. Yeah. So it doesn't matter how much elemental damage a weapon has, it usually has split damage with something else. Every weapon has usually got a small portion of normal damage, at least. Even the weapons that seem to only do elemental damage, like the Force Wand, you'd think that only does electric damage, but it has a small percentage of pierce. So it's classified as a pierce weapon and will increase pierce Funshots. Right. Let's see. Okay, so you can level up weapons through different tiers. You've got tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. Once you've got that completely maxed out, you can uncap the weapons and armor. So let's quickly refer to my notes. Yeah, the developers call it both limit breaking and uncapping because they have this they had this login bonus event just after the new Escalator to Heaven content. They called it the Limit Break Uncap campaign. So you can refer to it as limit breaking or uncapping, whatever. But yeah, Let's see if I've got anything that hasn't been uncapped yet, but is on the verge of being uncapped. Probably not, because I've been upgrading just about everything. The claw was at that state, but it's not anymore. Anyway, you can tell in the purchase items that I've got a lot of things brought just to the state of being uncapped, and that's for good reason. So I'm quickly going to refer to the mail explaining the Funshots increase. Let's see who sent that. Oh my god. No, it's probably not there. Yatsuyama, is it from you? Oh geez, no, it's probably in the thingamajig. No, not there. The Barb's Bible, probably in the Barb's Bible. God damn it. Where would it be? Man. No, it's probably a mail. God damn it, this is highly unprofessional. Who would have sent that mail? No, not Meijin. Not Kuwaka Seto. Stairway to Heaven. Ugh. Version 2.0. Skipper P. Yeah, no. Dustin 5. Beast in the Barbs. Well, damn it. Anyway, somewhere a piece of information was sent to everyone that explains it completely clearly. It's probably in the tutorials, hiding around somewhere. Yeah, it's probably in here somewhere. Is it? Yeah, no. Silly me, it's probably here. This is probably exactly it. Yeah, Tengoku. Search results, legendary chests. No, it's not. Screw it. I don't care. I'll just explain it without showing you. But a piece of information was sent at the start of the Escalator to Heaven expansion, which explains perfectly how the uncap system works. So at a glance I can't find exactly where it is, but it works like this. So the Funshots increase every time you either create a new piece of gear, which means you've discovered a blueprint and you make the +0 version of the gear. So you've just got it unlocked. It's not upgraded yet, it's just unlocked. So if you unlock a piece of gear, you get Funshots increase. Let's see if I've got an example here. Yeah, the Jackal weapons. For each of the Jackal weapons, ignoring the Jackal Blaster, which has been upgraded, these other Jackal weapons I've unlocked for purchase, so I've got Funshots from those. Slash Funshots for this one, Slash for the Yo-Yo, apparently that's a Slash weapon, and Pierce for the Jackal Blaster. Now, with every new tier that you unlock, you also increase Funshots bonus. So let's take the Apocalyptic Hockey Stick. I've unlocked it. I've got it on tier 1. That's plus 0.3% Funshots increase for Slash. Bring it to tier 2. Another plus 0.3 Funshots. Bring it to the next tier. Again, the same increase. Bring it to the next tier. Again, the same increase. And then uncapping, you could refer to it as a 5th tier. Tier 5. So bringing it to its uncapped state, or its limit broken state, also increases Funshots. And if you look at the weapons in the buy option at the store, you can also see there's 5 of them available for purchase. So that's an easy way to remember the Funshots increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 items for purchase, 5 times 0.3 Funshots increase. How do I know it's 0.3? Because I've been paying attention with every new upgrade that I've done. The Slash weapons always give 0.3 Funshots increase. The Pierce weapons give a 0.4 Funshots increase. And the Blunt weapons give 0.8% Funshots increase. And the reason for this is, I'll show this off quickly, it's very easy to understand. The mastery level, if you just have a look in your weapons list, and if you've got them all unlocked, and you count them all for damage type, you'll notice there's a vastly higher amount of slash weapons in the game than blunt weapons. In fact, there's so few blunt weapons in the game that they had to put the increase at almost 1 fun shots per upgrade tier, just because of how few blunt weapons there are in the game. Some weapons change element, like the pitching machine. It turns from piercing into blunt, and the Funshots increase actually reflect that. So when you bring it to tier 4, realize you're actually increasing the blunt Funshots and not the piercing Funshots anymore. So if you are running with blunt weapons, you may want to choose to upgrade the pitching machine as well, because in its last 2 tiers you get another 1.6 blunt Funshots from that. Now, taking that into account, let's have another look at the store.
Welcome.
Okay, so I'm at roughly 23 Funshots across the board for armor. I've taken a look at the amount of armor there are in the game and the amount of tiers that I still have to upgrade, and I've calculated that once this is all upgraded to uncapped state, it's probably going to give me roughly 40% defense increase for hats, legs, chest for the Funshots increase. So that's just a whole bunch of work to put in there. And yeah, the armor Funshots will just, I think it's just a flat defense increase. So if you're at 40% Funshots for hats, then your hats defense will be 40% more technically. I don't think it has any influence on the resistances to certain types of damage. Maybe it does, but that seems a bit complex. I believe it would really just impact the straight up defense value of the armor you're wearing. So yeah, for me, the hat armor would have its defense multiplied by 1.236 for its defensiveness. Of course, none of these values show up in your normal player stat menu.
Come back anytime.
I may have to do 2 episodes about this, just talking about this stuff. I may go over just the Funshots now, and then go over the limit breaking, the uncapping fighters in the next bit. We'll see. So let's have a look at the values.
Welcome.
Now, there's a reason you want to limit break things. Aside from upgrading Funshots, the limit break part of the Escalator to Heaven patch or expansion or update, however you want to call it, is kind of good. It's really something to add a lot of value to the game, seeing as the issue a lot of people were having with regular weapons is they seemed almost kind of a side utility to Forceman stuff. Because Forceman, once it was introduced to the game, it was very apparent that it was going to be just the stuff you'd want to use from that point onwards, and it would be difficult to justify using anything else. Let's compare, for instance, our normal Battle Machete E to the Spike Crusher from White Steel. The Battle Machete E at +2, with its 1543 durability, is a weapon that breaks exceptionally fast, because the Battle Machete, I believe, takes a lot of durability damage per hit. Every time you strike an enemy or object, you'll lose a lot of durability. But not only that, it's not a Forceman weapon. The Spike Crusher sitting at 18,200 durability. Dwarfs, the Battle Machete's durability, it is, yeah, it's just a substantial increase. So you'd want to be using Forceman over normal gear because it would just break too quickly. And especially if you compare the armor, the ammo count. So the ammo count for normal weapons for the first 3 tiers has stayed the same. Well, what is it called? The tier 4 release of the weapon. The weapons in the game have been released in tier 4 over the span of the game's life. It started at the release of the first Forceman. That was the same time as they released the first tier 4 weapons and armor. I think it started off with the... I don't know if the Night Raider was one of the first sets, but the... what's it called? Not the Arahabaki. Agamemnon, where's that Joker? I know it's around here somewhere. Agamemnon, where are you? Ah, there it is. Yeah, the Agamemnon. I think that was one of the first tier 4 armors. The first tier 4 weapons that I can remember were the hammer and the longsword. Those classes were brought to tier 4 the earliest. I think that's also why their damage is so crappy, because, you know, they're still figuring things out. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, so the durability, there's a lot to talk about here. Okay, so one thing to bear in mind, the Forceman durability does not change. It's just a static amount. It's never changed with every upgrade. The Forceman was released back when we had an alphabetical tier of how good the armor defenses were. You'd see A, B, C, and D tier of how good things were. And the Forceman armor had S tier. They called it S tier durability. That was before they gave us the numbers. I don't know exactly in which patch it happened, but at some point they gave us the numerical values for the durability. I think it was at the same time where they increased the concept of fighter power. You've got like this little... I hate how the beetle has to roll every time you exit and enter the shop. Like, really? I didn't do anything. Okay. Next to my fighter name, star count, and class, you can see a little sword and shield icon that shows my fighter power. I think it's based off of my weapons and armor and my decals equipped, how much fighter power I have. I think it was in that patch. Probably a big TDM update as well. I don't remember exactly, there's too much stuff changing in this game. But yeah, I think it was around that time that they changed the durability number, well, from a letter to a number. Which is great, because it's more transparency. And we were able to confirm some things, like that the Forceman armor had a lot of durability, and that it didn't increase in durability with every upgrade level. Like if it's S tier, you upgrade it to +4, it's still S tier. Well, what does that mean? But now we know what it means. The Forceman armor and weapons are just a static durability, never changing. A +4 Spike Crusher is at 18,200 durability, uncapped +7, still 18,200 durability. The same with the ammo count on the Forceman weapon. It doesn't increase even though you're uncapping, while uncapping with most ammo count weapons means hooray, you've won the jackpot. It's all of a sudden a super effective weapon because like you've got ammo to use it for an insane amount of time. Take the flamethrower for instance. Goes from 520 ammo store to 2,760 ammo store. The reason for this being, I believe, the increase in ammo counts so drastically from tier 4 to tier 5 uncapped is because the durability also increases astronomically from tier 4 +4 to uncapped. If you take the Buzzsaw Masher Plus, for instance, the Buzzsaw class, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, 1,701 durability, uncapping, 7,000 durability. So if you do the maths, I'm quickly going to grab my calculator. 7,000 divided by 1,701 equals 4.12 increase. So the durability increases by 4.12. 4 times 12 times 4.12, going from the tier 4 plus 4 to the just uncapped. So that's 4 times as much durability to uncap, but the cost, that's an interesting case here. Let's divide 33,750 divided by 13,674. And what we see here is it's 2.468. So 2.47, might as well round that up to 2.5. It's 2.5 times as expensive, but the durability is 4 times as much. So unless something weird would happen, where they have increased the amount of durability loss for each individual attack, which they haven't for most weapons, the drill is one of those weird exceptions where they have tempered with the durability loss on the attacks. But I believe for most weapons in the game, the durability loss is just about the same at every level of the weapon. I can't say for certain. I haven't tested every single weapon. It's one of those weird things, you know, if you have a weapon that you like using a lot, attack with every one of its different attacks and keep an eye on how much durability you've lost per attack. It's an interesting thing. I know, for instance, that the Murderous Hockey Stick, its strong downward attack takes away, I believe, 90 durability, while its combo attack takes 30 durability. No. I'm mistaken. That's too much. Its strong downward attacks takes 30 durability away from the weapon, while its L2 combo attack, the free hit combo, takes 10 durability per combo hits. So doing the combo loses your weapon's durability as much as doing the strong downward hit attack. It's a curious thing. Whatever weapons you use, keep an eye on what the durability loss is per attack and see exactly how to use the weapon most effectively. Because, you know, overkill's a thing. Where was I? Excuse me. Okay, so you upgrade to uncapped. It really just is a huge increase in the durability. It's a huge increase in cost effectiveness. The value goes up a lot, I should say, because you can get so much more with so efficient a cost, actually. 2.4 increase for cost and a 4 times increase for durability. So yeah, it's a win-win situation. The Forceman gear, I've gone over that. That's static, doesn't increase. Something else I should mention, the increase. Oh yeah, here's another point. Okay, so the reason the ammo count increases so drastically, let's see what 78 times 4 equals. 78 times 4 equals 312. Okay, so the increase in ammo count is even more than times 4 increase. The durability is times 4 increase. Kind of. It's actually more when you get it to all the way plus 9. Let's have a look then. Plus 9 at 7,577 shared by 1701. 701 equals 4.5. Okay. So this is an interesting thing. The durability increase for weapons and armor, I've checked this on other things as well, and I don't know, this is probably going to be a 2-episode explanation. Yeah, I've checked it. Let's compare these two legs here. Tier 4 plus 4 to freshly uncapped plus 5. You've got 835 versus 34-35. Now, comparing that to these, 8-35 to a +9, 37-18. 37-18, 34-35. Yeah, that's a few hundred different. So this is actually ×4 for durability for just freshly uncapped, and bringing it to +9 is actually ×4.5. So that's ×4.5, but I've calculated this already and written it down. I was going to do this all on my Let's Play account, but it would be impossible to explain this on my Let's Play account because I've got nothing uncapped there. It's still early game-ish, I should say. The cost here is actually still around the 2.5. I think it's 2.67. So the cost increase here from tier 4 +4 to fully upgraded tier 5 +9 is 2.67, while this one is 2.45. So they're both around the 2.5 number. So this is an interesting thing for me. It means that the value proposition here is the same. It's still great value. Like the increase for the cost going up from +5 to +9 doesn't add too much to the cost. So it's still extremely valuable items because the durability increased ×4. The cost is still around 2.5. It's amazing. Really good. Let's see, the Forceman gear. Yeah, so the Forceman body is 11,000 durability, normal chest piece, uncapped, 4,300 durability, still ×4. The rate is the same everywhere. The ammo increase is more than ×4. Again, they seem very generous what that's concerned. Some tier 4s have their ammo counts already adjusted. Yeah, you'll see that. Oh man, the Kamas isn't a complicated weapon to look at because there's just too many Kamas in the game these days. And it looks like we're running late on time, so I'm gonna have to carry on in the next episode. I'm gonna collect my thoughts. I'll finish off with the Funshots. And yeah, I'll be going into the fighter uncapping as well in the next episode. Yeah, there's a lot of information to go through. Okay, so that's going to be it for this one. See you guys in the next episode.